The slot special. A win and a clean sheet. Fucking yes. Just fucking yes. This team, this manager, this club. Liverpool beat RB Leipzig 1-0 away to go join top of the Champions League. That's, no, you didn't, so. I'm too excited, I need to calm down a little bit. It's so early as well. Liverpool are top of the Champions League. They're top of the Premier League and they're top of the Champions League. Arne Slot has won 11 of his 12 games in charge so far. 5 goals conceded.
That's bollocks.
No, it's... So, I'm going to talk all about the game. Now, cards on the table. I missed the first 30 minutes, so I missed the actual goal. I was doing a podcast and I came back late. The podcast is called What's So Great About, by the way. But I got home, turned it on, and seen that it was 1-0. And I'm like, fucking yes. The score had just popped up at the bottom of the screen. Like, oh, who scored? Nunez. You fucking beauty. So, I can't speak too much about the first 25 minutes or so. I immediately, of course, as the match was on here, I'm checking my phone to see the Nunez goal. You son of a bitch. I'm so happy for him that he scored. Because, you know, if he went this game and didn't score, you know, like, it kind of just piles on. So it's a nice little, yep, I've scored. I'm the number 9 here. Let's go, next match. So we have a lovely bit of passing going on outside the box. The ball goes out to Tsimikas, whose delivery has been really good lately. Crosses it into Salah. Salah heads it back across the keeper. Now, I'm looking at it a few times. I'm like, was it going in? I think it might have just come back off the post if Nunez hadn't touched it. And Nunez is there at the end to stick it in. Now, if a verbal representation is not enough, I am, of course, in copyright purgatory, so I cannot actually show you the goal. But I think this crude drawing, again, really just gets the message across as to what exactly happened here. Fucking yes scale. Personally, I'm going to give it a 7 because I didn't actually see the goal. So I didn't have that fucking yes moment. And, you know, it wasn't like a screamer or anything like that. So I think 7's fair. So Arne Slot said about Nunez, I asked for a goal, he gave us one. But in the lead up to the goal, Gakpo was important and Mo with an assist. It was a team goal. It was pleasing to see that Darwin did a really good job today. You don't have to tell us, Aaron. And on Nunez, should have had a penalty as well. Like, you can see this contact, and Nunez goes over. Now, maybe it was the way Nunez kind of went, because he kind of fell in an unnatural sort of, like, the way his momentum was going. Whatever, it's a penalty. And also, if the ref doesn't think it's a penalty, then what do you think just happened there? Do you think he dived? Why aren't you booking him then? Why aren't you booking him then? And you get that in Europe, don't you, where you're just like, oh, okay. So, do you know what? This was a match that I couldn't really appreciate in full because, one, I was back late, so I missed the first 30 minutes. I didn't want to come in and just be like, ignore my child and be like, yeah, how you? So I'm playing Animal Crossing with her. She's got a foot spa going. The noise of the thing, couldn't hear a thing. So the foot spa is going. I can't hear what's happening on the TV. She wants me to check out something on her screen every 2 seconds, which is, hey, happy to do it, you know. So I couldn't watch the match in its full glory. Then I'm going around, I'm doing stuff around the house because I don't want to be just, I like to consider my family from time to time. I was also, much like the fans in the away end, I was also a travelling fan yesterday. Only I was just going around the house, feeding the rabbits, going into the place, feed the rabbits, the connection's not working while I'm in there. I'm like, fuck, just snapping carrots and fucking throwing them in there. Eat that. Overall, so some highlights. McAllister hitting the bar. Gravenberch was class again. Fucking Ibu, man. Good luck getting by him. Arguably one of our players of the season so far. Top 3, I'd say. And I'll get to my hero, my mate, in a second. But I thought it was interesting. Salah got subbed 60 minutes. Ooh, he wasn't happy, was he? But you know what? Like, I love that. I love that he's not happy. And I actually wish that Trent gets let off more than Salah does. Because you're like, oh, Salah, oh, it's just part of his character. He loves to play every game. Like, yes, so does Trent. But when Trent did it, it's like he fucking hates the new manager. He's gone. I will say, I love Slot's squad management. Oh my God. Like, yes, take Salah off at 60. Yes, he'll be annoyed, but he's got the backbone to be like, yes, he's our star man, but you know what? I need him for Sunday. And he'll switch out the fullbacks, which I really like, and just he is not afraid to make changes. Salah, when he seen the board come up like at 60 minutes, must have been like nah, must be a misprint.
You know, she said to be wearing a white chiffon scarf to help me spot her. So, oh, for fuck's sake.
Now, if I can interrupt this video just for a second, just to remind you that I am shackled by copyright purgatory here. So basically what that means, YouTube kind of limits how much they'll push your video out to new people. So about half the people that watch the video aren't subscribed. So if you do watch it every week and you enjoy it, if you could just hit the subscribe button there, that'd be great. But no pressure, I'm breezy about it. And to people who've bought merch from all around the world, and they leave me lovely little messages on it and stuff like that. It's so lovely. These are so sound. So thank you. And anyway, back to the video. And can I just say, by the way, that Arne Slot is the first Liverpool manager in history to win his first 6 away games. But now I want to talk about my hero, my mate, Big Keeve. You son of a bitch. I mean, he's world class, let's face it. Kelleher pulled out, by my count, 3 that I can remember, possibly 4 world class saves. It's one of these where it's like, they're through or they're one-on-one or whatever. Oh, there's a deflection, it's done the keeper. One of those where you're like, fuck, it's a goal. Oh no! Like that sort of stuff. Like that's what Kelleher, that's what Alisson gives you, and that's what Kelleher gives you. If there was anyone bar Alisson Becker in front of him, Kelleher should be our nailed on number 1. And let me tell you something, like Kelleher is good enough to be number 1 on any team in the world. And I'm not saying that because he's my mate. Like, do you know what? Like I see a lot of stuff on Twitter last night, even of like, oh, it's such a shame he'd be leaving in the summer. I was like, yeah, it is a shame, but you know what? He's possibly the most legendary non-starter the club has ever had. Do you know? With a keeper as good as he is, like, it's great that he's part of Liverpool and he's doing so well and he's so loved at Liverpool. None more than me. And like, I love Alisson. He's possibly my favourite player on the team. But you don't feel his absence when we have Kelleher. And that's saying something. Alisson's probably the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion. Kelleher's fucking up there. Like how many where you're just like, fuck's sake, Keeve, you absolute legend. Leipzig were one-on-one. And the way, whether it's the way they're trained or whatever, exactly like Alisson, like, comes rushing out. And times the moment where he rushes out to just absolute perfection. The deflected shot where I'm like, fuck, that's in. Like, no, fucking knocks it back. Then their goal, which ended up being offside. Unreal save, that was definitely going in the far post. Anyway, I'm all over the place today. And honestly, cards on the table, I didn't really write down any thoughts that I was going to address today because I didn't have time. So that's why this is a bit all over the place. Just reacting in real time, just on camera. Overall, I don't think anyone had a bad game last night. We were, to be fair, we were very lucky at some points because I couldn't believe my eyes when they had a 2-on-1 or whatever, and your man passes it behind his teammate when he should have just shot. We were lucky there, but also, I mean, if Kelleher wasn't the man of the match, their keeper was the man of the match. Their keeper pulled off some unreal saves. But I also like the way But I also like the way Slot will just keep the core players again and just switch them out. You'd be very proactive with subs and stuff like that, but he doesn't switch the team around because the games are coming in such quick succession. It's good for the players to get this time playing together and to just get really sharp playing with each other. And like, you'll only have a couple of training sessions and then it's what a fucking game we've got this Sunday. I hope you enjoy my ramblings there. Sorry, this one, I'm processing my thoughts in real time here. So this video's a bit of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. I tell you, with every win, that Forest result is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 11, 11 out of 12. We're making Forest more famous with every win that we notch up here. Good luck to him. We'll meet again. Huge match on Sunday away at Arsenal, I tell you. And I'll be doing a watch along for it, so if you want to join me, please do. I'd love to have you there. But if we can win at the Emirates, now they're missing some players. Granted, we're also missing some players, but Arteta's already been like, we will be flying on Sunday. Don't worry about that. I'm like, oh please let us beat them. A draw would be fine, but I really want to stick it to them. Anyway, join me for that. If you can't catch the watch along, the review will be up the next day. And enjoy basking in another Liverpool victory, another clean sheet, and another Arne Slot Masterclass. Have a great week and a weekend, and I will see you on Sunday. Up the fucking Reds.